When you can't make it to City Hall or the school board meetings, local journalists from Duluth News-Tribune will be there to report the facts and get your questions answered. Local news works for you. Stay up to date at DuluthNewsTribune.com.
Hello, Northlanders. It's Friday, August 16th. I'm Wyatt Buckner with the Duluth News-Tribune Minute, presented by Minnesota Power Employees Credit Union.
The average MPECU member saves over $785 a year in better rates and lower fees. And with MPECU, every ATM is your ATM. With their free checking program, you get ATM fee reimbursements at any ATM anywhere in the U.S. Check out Minnesota Power Employees Credit Union's services online at mpecu.com or visit their offices in downtown Duluth, Arrowhead Road, or Miller Trunk Highway.
It's Friday, and if you're looking for some fun things to do this weekend, Duluth News-Tribune arts and entertainment reporter Jay Gabler has some options in this week's Best Bets.
It is the dog days of summer. It's the opposite here in Duluth of the dog sled days of winter, but there are plenty of opportunities to get out and enjoy the warm weather this week in the Northland. Art in Bayfront Park, the annual Harborside Art Festival, has long been scheduled for this Saturday and Sunday, tomorrow and Sunday, August 17th and 18th, but the event recently announced a fun addition for music fans. The third annual Twin Ports Music Festival, which previously took place over in Superior at Earthrider Brewery, is joining forces with the art fair. That means the music is free, with 8 acts from the head of the lakes and beyond taking the stage at set times from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on both days. Lost Island Society on Saturday, tomorrow, and Moonshrew on Sunday have the anchor slots. That's this weekend in Duluth at Bayfront Festival Park. Now let's talk about a couple of opportunities to see talented local youth on stage. In one case, on a stage in the woods, but we'll get to that in a second. First, let's talk about Mean Girls, the 2004 movie, which has enjoyed one of recent years' more successful movie-to-musical adaptations, hitting Broadway in 2018 and spawning multiple national tours, including one that launched last year starring University of Minnesota Twin Cities graduate Natalie Shaw as Katie Heron. It's a little ironic that there needs to be a special high school version of a show set in high school, but never mind that. You can watch Duluth youth battle the bullies on stage at the North Shore Theater this weekend, today, Friday through Sunday, under the auspices of Duluth Playhouse's Teen Intensive Training Program. That is this weekend at the North Shore Theater. About that theater in the woods, well, William Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream features mythical creatures living in the forest, so why not bring a production of the play into the woods? That was the reasoning of the directors of Zeitgeist Theater's Midsummer Night's Dream, which plays today, this Friday, through Sunday at Hartley Nature Center. The cast includes both adult artists and, from Zeitgeist's theater camp, young actors. In a statement, the director said, "Shakespeare can be incredibly versatile, with room to experiment, so we thought we'd turn it up a notch and take Midsummer outdoors. Often where Shakespeare was originally performed. Not in Duluth, but outdoors. You get it. Anyway, for more information on these and other best bets for the week, check out DuluthNewsTribune.com. I'm Jay Gabler.
Now here's a look at today's headlines. 4 people from Blackduck, Minnesota died in a 5-vehicle crash southeast of Floodwood on Wednesday. The crash occurred at 2:54 p.m. on U.S. Highway 2 near Nelson Road. According to the Minnesota State Patrol, 4 vehicles, a GMC, a Ford, a Mack semi-trailer, and a Honda, were stopped for a traffic backup due to construction. A 5th vehicle, an International semi-trailer, struck the 4 stopped vehicles at highway speed. All 4 occupants of the 2007 Honda Pilot died. Vincent Dow, 65, Bonnie Dow, 66, Hope Oakgrove, 9, and Charlotte White, 9. All were wearing seatbelts, the State Patrol reported. Both semi-trailer drivers and a passenger in the Ford were taken to hospitals in Duluth and Cloquet with non-life-threatening injuries. A long-awaited project to rebuild and expand the chalet at the Chester Bowl ski area in Duluth will receive $2.3 million from the State Environmental Trust Fund. The Legislative Citizen Commission on Minnesota Resources approved the funding recently as part of its 2025 allocations that include 125 projects totaling more than $103 million statewide. The new infusion of state money should help spur construction of the $3.85 million chalet project. The nonprofit Chester Bowl Improvement Club, which operates the winter ski hill, summer day camp, and other activities at the city-owned park, has already raised $950,000 towards the new chalet. It will be built on nearly the same footprint, expanding up as the existing chalet. The 2025 legislature still must approve the list of projects funded by the trust fund, usually a formality. The money would be available next July and construction would begin in 2026, Chester Bowl Improvement Club officials said Thursday. The new Thom Storm Chalet and Outdoor Recreation Center project would completely renovate the chalet, addressing the challenges of a deteriorating building, adding accessibility measures including an elevator, and increasing energy efficiency. By growing from 2 floors to 3 and increasing the footprint slightly, the square footage of the building will be nearly doubled. Minnesota's Environment and Natural Resources Trust Fund is a dedicated fund in the state treasury established by 77% voter approval of a constitutional amendment in 1988. The amendment directs 40% of the net proceeds of the Minnesota State Lottery into the fund. Now here's a look at your forecast, brought to you by the Superior Telegram's history podcast, Archive Dive.
Here's the forecast for the Duluth area this Friday. This slow-moving low-pressure system will continue to bring rain showers and a few rumbles of thunder to the region today, in addition to patchy to dense fog this morning. Highs this afternoon look to reach the upper 60s. Rain chances continue through tonight as lows cool back into the lower 60s before we start to dry out on Saturday. The weekend doesn't look too bad then, with partly cloudy to mostly sunny skies and temperatures back in the upper 70s. Some areas of smoke or some haze may be possible, though. I'm Storm Tracker meteorologist Robert Daly.
Thank you to Archive Dive for their support. The monthly history podcast, hosted by Superior Telegram reporter Maria Lockwood, dips into the archives of historic events, people, and places around Superior and Douglas County. A new episode titled The Hero the Blackduck Bridge is Named For is now available at superiortelegram.com, or wherever you also get this podcast. Reporting for today's episode was done by John Myers, Jimmy Lovren, Dan Williamson, and Jay Gabler. Thank you for listening to Duluth News Tribune Minute. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here on Tuesday.